All right. Thank you for coming to the podcast. It was great having you. Until next time.
And we will see you. Bye. You fucking idiot. What, did you turn it off, you idiot? This is the beginning. What are you, an idiot?
Look at you getting up and starting your life. Sit back the fuck down.
Okay, that's the end of the podcast. Hope everybody enjoyed listening. We'll be back next week as always. This is Justin the Loser.
You ever think, like, you think if people, like, you just had a pot, like, it's just a gimmick, like, you know, like a pet rock type shit, where you just log up, you pretend you're going to do the whole podcast, crack a one-liner, and then, boop, all right. Thanks for coming in.
Like an actual, like someone puts it up, like uploads it and starts it. And just like, oranges. They're fucking weird. All right, have a nice day.
But like they're set up, geared up, everything. And then it's just like 10-second clips.
They buy like thousands of dollars worth of.
Yeah, green screen is just like, it changes every single one. Just 10-second clips.
I mean, think about it. Some YouTuber, like sketch YouTubers throw up like minute videos and they probably got like not top of the line gear, but they got a bunch of.
How do they make money? Because isn't there like some on YouTube where it's 10 minutes you make more?
I think it's sponsored. They make money from sponsorships.
Yeah.
Like getting like, oh, and this video is sponsored by, blah, blah, blah.
I don't know how that's going to play out for like people like PewDiePie and all that, because they try to make the videos 10 minutes so that they can put ads on it. But the way the world's going, my attention span. You know, I read a book. Do you know how hard it was to read this book?
Yeah, they're gonna start throwing ads in books now.
Yeah. Oh my God, they need to do like, every chapter just has a summary in the beginning. If you want to get to, like, if you don't understand, it'll like put like annotations, like see page 12, and that's all. So the book's only like the summary's like 3 pages, and then you could read the rest of the book if you want it. Silence your phones, please.
Please silence your phones. What was that? Was that your phone?
Yeah, I don't even know where it is.
It's right. It sounded like it came from over there.
Yeah, I know.
I'm always terrified that this thing isn't gonna, because so we use a Zoom recorder to record the audio, and I'm always afraid you have to hit the record button twice for it to start recording, which I think is stupid.
That's pre-recording. That's pre-recording.
I think if you hit the record button first, it'll show you the levels on there to make sure they look okay, and then when you hit record, it syncs everything together. But I'm always just scared that it's gonna dump out. But yeah, so this is gonna be, I guess, episode 5.
Episode 66.
Execute order 66 episodes. Yeah, this would be episode 5. The last episode would be what we did in Akron. Nick was not there, but it was pretty good. Edited up a little bit, but it's pretty good.
4 beers in.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
But yeah, so I don't know. What do you want to start with?
Oh well, I want to talk about my my desire to read and have self-help books.
Read.
Read.
My desire to rad.
I've been reading because I want to, be a better person. Not like no, fuck everybody else, but like be disciplined and have the right mindset.
And start drinking smoothie bowls.
Yeah, exactly.
Vlogging.
Meditate till you have an orgasm. Hey. And but anyways, I picked up this book that I'm pretty sure a lot of people know, and it's You Are a Badass, but I have the You Are a Badass at Making Money by Jen Sincero. And
I don't trust her.
I don't trust like that.
I don't trust
like that. At first, you come in a little too strong. What the fuck? You don't know my life. You don't come and tell me. I don't walk into a bookstore and tell you what to do.
I am not. How do you know I'm a badass? That's like telling me have a good day.
Yeah, where's this bitch got the cameras around my house? Well, anyways, it was an interesting read. I don't really read books, but I want to get into reading books, so it was good. It's just motivation, kind of like have the right mindset, self-discipline mentally, and no excuses. If you set your mind and you really want to do something, you should be able to do it. And she's saying like the universe is always there to put opportunities to make money. You just have to be open to them and jump on them, and don't be afraid to take that leap, because it's always going to be scary. You're never going to know what's the right thing to do. You just have to wing it, and you'll make the right choices, and you'll get to where you want to be. And it's good and all, but I do have some critiques. Because some of the stories she'd post in between chapters, there's if this person can do it, you can do it too type stories. And one of them was very good, like, just having the right mindset, believing, knowing what you're worth. And they caused them to have feel like they're worth more, so that they can get a job that pays more, because that's what they felt like they were worth from just believing in themselves. And that's how they started making six figures. Good story, whatever. But then there was one where it's like, literally, I read it and I was like, if to summarize it, it literally just said, you think about having that money, and it was something like $78,000, and she just thought about it, and basically she found out that she had a job that she had some shares of a company that went public, and she just remembered it, and she just says, I wonder how much it's worth now, and it ended up being $78,000. And I go, what type of success story is this?
It's just dumb luck.
It literally, and then it's not like, oh, what did he, one thing is like, oh, what did she do to get that? She didn't do anything. She had a job that was going to go public, and they gave her a percent, and then it went, and then now it's worth a lot of money. But they said that all she had to do was envision having that money, that 70, and she got it. I'm like, no, that's not what happened. Yeah. That's not at all what happened.
That's like a preacher going like, if you want a car and a nice house and a nice job, just envision it and it will be given to you. Like, no, that's not how that works.
So I do like the book because it tells you, like, you will get these opportunities to have a successful career, and it may seem scary. You'll never know if you're doing it right, but just stick with it. You know what I mean? And you'll know when it's right. And people, and good things like, always keep the people around you who are either better than you, where you want to be, and like, and make sure you surround yourself with those types of people. And then, because if you're poor and you surround yourself with people who are rich, one of them's gonna be like, yo, I need this help with this thing. They're gonna pay, you know what I mean? You're gonna get into that business and whatever, you know what I mean? It was good. I like that. But my God, when I read that story, are you this
isn't helpful.
Yo, this is not a Disney movie, bitch. what is this?
Just think it, and all your dreams will come true.
Yo, this is not a
That's not a tip. That's just, this lady got lucky. Maybe you'll get lucky too.
Yeah, I mean, like, I get, like, it's good to have luck. Luck helps, you know what I mean? But, like, she didn't prepare for, like, you know what I mean? Like, you could be lucky in the sense where you work hard, and then this crazy shit happens where, like, you jump on it, came out of nowhere, but you landed you a big gig or whatever. You make a lot of money. That's good luck. But, like, this is just this is like coincidence that this
happened. Yeah, it was just kind of like, whoop, that happened.
I was like, yo,
$78,000. Thank you. Here's the murder weapon. Thank you very much.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'm trying to think right now on how I could forget about $78,000.
Yeah,
like, I don't know.
Like, where did I put that $78,000? It's lying around here somewhere.
Well, she didn't really get it. She got, like, percentage of the company for working there, and she forgot about that. I've only had two serious jobs. I mean, I am young, so maybe this woman was older and she's been jumping around. I got a lot, but I don't know. I mean, I know where my 2 pennies are hidden in the second drawer to the left. Like, I know,
just in case.
You need 2 pennies. It's like, oh, dude, you got the delivery guy. You got 2 pennies. Oh, let me go.
Let me get it real quick.
Yeah.
Here's a tip.
Oh man.
So segueing perfectly into this, not really. I was thinking about the other day. So the Me Too movement has been around for a while. About all
What's that about?
It's people saying, "Oh, you like that? Oh, me too. I love it." No, it's everybody knows what it is. It's the sexual harassment stuff going around in Hollywood. Harvey Weinstein.
On both sides.
Both sides. All the troops. Both sides. and it all started out with Harvey Weinstein, and it went on to Kevin Spacey and all that stuff, and Louis C.K. and everything. Who were like those were pretty much the three big dogs in
the big boys,
the top dogs in the big Me Too movement. Those are the big boys.
They'll be in the history book.
I guess like Matt Lauer, he was in it too, the news reporter. He's not in anything anymore. Yeah, other than that, that's pretty much.
Wait, you got Weinstein,
Harvey Weinstein,
Cosby.
Well, he was before the Me Too movement. That all happened before
that sparked it.
It's yeah, I get. But I feel like Weinstein was like the sparking.
You're right.
He was
right.
like that was like the all right, hammer down. Like, I mean, Cosby. That was before Weinstein,
but it was like so public
that it wasn't even. It did kind of spark it, but I feel like Weinstein just kind of like hit the nail on the head and was just because it was. I guess Cosby. Well, we'll do the Mount Rushmore of the Me Too movement. Who is going to be on the Mount Rushmore of the Me Too movement?
That's good. Yeah, let's do
that. So this wasn't what I was going to talk about, but we'll get into that in a little bit. This is good. So I guess it was Cosby, Weinstein, Louis C.K.
Louis C.K. situation.
His wasn't. It was bad, but it wasn't like as bad as Weinstein's. But it was also creepier than the other one. I don't know. It was weird.
Weinstein's that's just plain up rape.
Yeah,
it's like extortion,
sexual assault.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and I was like, that's textbook. You can read about that. Louis C.K. was like,
it's just weird.
So we're gonna have a phone call. I'm jerking off, by the way.
But no, like he did it with people in the room too.
Oh yeah, that's
like
true.
Because he was like, so I'm.
That's a business tactic. He got it off of Wikipedia.
He got it out of that book.
Yeah,
you're a badass and a necrotic masturbator.
Oh shit.
But the weird thing about that was, like, it was known that he joked about that in his act, but like,
jerking off was big in his
stand-up, and like other comedians were like, yeah, like we know he does this, and which brought backlash on them. But other than that, so Weinstein, Louis C.K., Kevin Spacey is a big one. Again, there's been like little things here and there, but because like there was the whole Aziz Ansari thing,
which.
They're like the whole Aziz I'm sorry thing. There's the whole Aziz Ansari thing. James Franco was wrapped up in it a little bit for a bit. There was like a girl had said that he tried to do something with her when she was like 17 or something like that. Google searching it. Like,
you're trying to
top Me Too movement.
Top Me Too. It's like a team.
It's like the draft. Like, top Me Too prospects.
They got like trends and like projections of like.
Well, you see, Kevin Spacey in around 2015 had a couple of assaults that were swept under the rug. So we feel like when he hit 2018, it was just the top of his game, and he's getting all of the elite star contracts. I mean, people are paying six figures to see him go down. So we'll see what happens. What I was getting to with this was I was thinking what people that are now dead would have been wrapped up in the Me Too movement.
Ooh.
My like what actors, musicians, all that. I guess another one in the Rushmore would be R. Kelly. Now that I think about it, but that's another Bill Cosby situation where like everybody knew. Yeah.
He was grandfather. He might have actually made the hashtag. If we're gonna be honest,
it was the name of his second album.
I mean, it's weird that it takes so long for a celebrity to be found guilty when it's just blatantly obvious.
Yeah.
And then, it's good that, it's whatever. One argument I hate is like, oh, why did they wait until now? I'm like, well, when's the right time? You know what I mean? Like, that I understand. Like, okay, yeah, they took a while, but it doesn't fucking matter.
Since everything is
a crime.
Yeah, since everything's out now,
it's easier.
It's easier to bring
up
it
old shit
without it getting denied,
or without it like affecting your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's when, actually, I actually thought I had this kind of similar conversation. Was they had that Monica Lewinsky documentary that came out.
I heard about that.
I watched, I skimmed through it at work.
She was the intern, right?
Yeah, Clinton. Yeah. And they treated her like dog shit. But that's how bad it was.
Yeah.
And obviously Bill Clinton's people that's their job. Oh, this is not his problem. This is Monica Lewinsky. How dare she do something like that? How dare she put her mouth on your dick? How dare she do that?
How dare she?
And good job. I was like, damn, you hired the right people, Bill Clinton, which is whatever. That's what their job is, right?
Yeah.
And the conversation that I had was, if it was to happen today, if it was like, oh, Trump got his dicks. Okay, not Trump, someone else.
Yeah, that's a bad.
That's just a Tuesday.
Yeah.
If Bill Clinton was to get
if Obama, if Obama was wrapped up in a sex scandal,
but wasn't black. If Obama wasn't black, and he got
if George Bush was wrapped up in a sex scandal,
well. Nah, I feel like he could slide. He be slide right through that shit too, just like Bill. Like he's like oiled up. They try to gotcha, and he just
slips right out of it.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. Let's just say Bill Clinton right now, and it happened with the Me Too movement. I felt like I was the only person that was like, yeah, he still get away with that shit. Oh yeah, Monica Lewinsky would still be.
Trump's getting away with all this shit.
Yeah. No, but that's what I'm saying. Like I was telling people at work, I was like, they were saying like, oh, that's so crazy, like. Thank God the Me Too movement. And I just stood there and I was like, nah, he's going to get away with that shit if he did that now. Yeah. Monica Lewinsky would be thrown through the dirt once again if it happened today.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the whole I mean, I don't know if it's similar because it happened after, but like the whole Stormy Daniels shit with Trump, the porn star.
Oh, yeah.
Like that just
run under the rug. She held it. I respect, not respect, but Stormy Daniels was like held it down. Like she was like, "What? Like I'm a piece of shit, but you're a piece of shit too. I'm taking you with me." And I'm like, "Okay, that's fine." But yeah, Monica Lewinsky, young intern, like party girl probably. She's from college. She's straight out of college. Like what do you mean?
Or even in college.
Yeah, exactly. Intern, yeah. And but I felt like I was the only one where I was like, nah, that bitch would still be the laughing stock right now.
Yeah.
And it was terrible. Well, I mean, now she's rich and famous, I mean, you gotta suck dick, find out. You gotta do it.
You gotta do it. But so what I was getting to, and I said earlier, was what celebrities, either actor, musician, even politician, that are now deceased, would have gotten wrapped up in the Me Too movement. And my number one pick, my number one draft,
okay.
My number one seed.
We can start a board.
Was Frank Sinatra. I don't know if he had
he's from Jersey. I think so.
I've seen stuff like in not documentaries, but like people talking about him that he was like, yeah, that dude was a bit sketchy, and I just feel like that. Well, I mean, I don't know. I feel like that would be one person. I'm like, yeah, he probably would have gotten wrapped up in a couple of cases on that.
He's from Jersey, so I already don't like him. So if they do, I'm glad. Yeah. Ugh, he's like a cult over there.
Frank Sinatra?
Oh my God.
Really?
Yeah. When you go to Jersey,
well, it's like him and like Bruce Springsteen. Like Bruce Springsteen's especially in Jersey.
I went to a wedding reception,
mm-hmm.
or I think it was a reception. It was something like that, Yeah, because we were all assigned seating, so I think it was a wedding reception, and they got a Frank Sinatra impersonator, or whatever. Like
for the wedding?
Yeah, like he was singing.
Oh,
yeah, not an impersonator like that. You know,
like walking around,
a cover guy, not a cover band, but a cover singer or whatever.
I thought it was just like one of the people you find in like New York or LA, like on the street.
And
they have an Elmo there too.
And he sang, and it was good, but my one critique critique is that he talks in his music.
Yeah,
and I don't got nothing against that. But when you shit on like the new music, when they're like, "Oh, he's just talking," what the fuck does Frank Sinatra do?
Yeah,
motherfucker talks.
He's dead and bad, and like it's just
And he ad libs. He literally ad libs in his goddamn music.
Yeah, it's literally just sing-songy talk. It's basically
He fucking does ad libs in his own music. So I'm like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? And then oh my god. I mean, great singer though.
Yeah. I was. It was your mom's house was talking about that. They were saying the same thing too about Frank Sinatra. How it was like he's just sing-songy talking. Like it's not like it's not. I mean, it's not. It's I'm sure he is a great singer, but like his music was pretty much just sing-songy talk. Like
he would sing and then
it's
say
like,
something about
it's like
New
rap.
York. And that's it. The Big Apple. I was like, that's like he's ad libs his own goddamn music. I was like, Migos has done this shit. This is what they should say their inspiration was Frank Sinatra.
They all get like Frank Sinatra tattoos. Like
the King ad lib, man. King ad lib. Yeah, that time period. I mean, you could put a lot of people. I could draft. I think
you could
put me on Google for 15 minutes. I can come up with a whole team.
Yeah. Come with the with the Me Too All-Star team.
I'll come up with the Avengers. If you give me 15 minutes on Google. That's what pisses me off with like older people. Maybe when I become old, I'll do the same shit. Like back in my day, Lil Uzi Vert was the craziest.
That's what Owen was talking about the other day. Like how when you go to like a nursing home, right? Like and over the speakers, it's all like music from the 40s and 50s.
Babe Ruth on TV.
Yeah. But it's like like Frank Sinatra's playing or like some wholesome ass music. Like you think when we're like a nursing home, it's gonna be like
she's a tear in my heart.
No, it's gonna. No. See that would make sense though, because that's But I'm saying like, do you think it's gonna be like shit, bitch, like
Young Shaq West.
Yeah. I was saying what was that song? The OG Mako.
Oh, bitch, you guessed it.
Yeah, it's gonna be that, like or like a Migos song playing on the speakers. You know what I mean? Because it's music from their generation. And that's music from our generation.
Yeah.
I mean, I could totally see like 21 Pilots or like like
everybody's
like Maroon 5. All that.
Everybody's room is just gonna have like their gaming setup.
Yeah.
And I mean, honestly,
there's gonna be something like Black Mirror shit out now, but we're gonna be like, no, give us that Xbox.
Yeah, give me the mouse and keyboard. I want the mouse and keyboard.
Give me that Xbox 360. I want to play some Gears of War 3.
Yeah. Oh, he's like, oh, you kids on 12 and 15. I remember when 2 came out. And it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to be old.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna enjoy the shit out of it because it's like you're just gonna play games that old people still play. And probably your reflexes will be worse, but only old people are playing that game. So
it doesn't like it's gonna be like how we play like the old Call of Duty games online, like how we used to play at the apartment. Like it's just gonna be a bunch of old people playing online.
Like what are the insults as an older person? That's the new one. We're gonna start an esports team for like elderly, like an elderly league, and then.
But there's no video games that elderly people really would have played.
Well, exactly. Like when we get to that age, we're gonna start.
Oh yeah.
We'll start a esports league for elder people. So like you have to be above 65. Yeah, 60 and up, and then you will pick the popular games that old people still play that we would still be playing, and then we'll just fuck it. We'll just make money. That's it. Hey, I won't be rich today, but I already know what I'm doing in the future.
Yeah. Damn. So I had something happen to me the other day. Not to me, but I saw something happen the other day. So, like I said earlier, last week we did, or the last episode we did an episode in Akron, Ohio, and we were up there for my friend's thesis defense. And he did it at his college, and it was like a small room, like a small little conference room. And it was me, my brother, his fiance, our friend's girlfriend, and then 2 of his classmates and 3 professors. and we and usually in at these things, like at these thesis defense things, they bring like the person speaking will bring like food and drinks for people to have like before or after or whatever. And Zach had brought our friend Zach, who was defending his thing, brought a case of water and cookies, and we had all grabbed it when we were sitting down there. And one of his professors walked in without skipping a beat, said, "Hey Zach, how you doing?" Grabbed a cookie, put the whole thing in his mouth, the entire cookie in his mouth, like just chewed it, sat down. All right, let's start. Like, and me and we're sitting there like, did you just see that? Like, these cookies were like a decent size too. Like, they're probably about like the size of your palm, and he literally just full like took it to the face. Dang. And we were sitting there like, did you just see that? So afterwards, we went up and all tried to do it, and we were like, this is impossible. Like, how did this guy do that? He's just crushing cookies. Like, it was insane. I was like, jeez.
That was the highlight of getting his master's. Yo,
did you see that guy disappear?
Isn't that crazy? It's so weird when someone has explained to me like how that works. It's crazy. Someone explained like, yeah, you gotta defend that shit. Yeah. I'm like, defend it against what? Like, people were like, you're a liar. Put him in jail. He's a cheat. He's a cheat. He's a has-been. You should have never went to this college. We should have never accepted you. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Because that's what I think of when like, oh, you got to defend your dissertation.
Yeah. Like people like heckling you, like you're fucking wrong.
There's a crowd like, boo, throwing popcorn at you. Like, I can't, like, I don't know. I mean,
well, so basically when he finished, they're like, okay, if anybody not a professor that has a question can ask a question. And we didn't ask anything because I had no idea what he was talking about. But the two of his classmates like asked him like a small question, and then we had to leave, and then the professors grilled him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think they're just basically questioning you so you know what you're talking about. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You want to make sure you did the work. And
yeah. But yeah, like there was like a section of hecklers just like.
Like just technical terms too, like you fucking lie.
Yeah, you sure about that?
And they're like in a shit face, like they got like a 30-pack on them.
That's their job, like their profession, just professional hecklers.
Oof. Imagine that. A professional heckler. I could do that. I could do that.
My uncle always said. My uncle said that he did. My uncle Danny, who was the clown.
Yeah.
He not like. I'm not saying he's a clown, like, oh, that dude's a fucking clown. Like, he was a literal, like, clown.
I figured.
Oh, I'm saying for the people that don't know who my Uncle Danny is, he was a literal, like, clown that would do stuff at parties. And, but he got into, like, doing comedy stuff because he used to go to a stand-up club, I think in Philly, and he would sit in the crowd and heckle people. and he said the one day, like, they wouldn't let him in. And they're like, or they stopped him at the door, and they're like, all right, if you want to keep heckling people, go up and do 15 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever. And said, okay. So he went up and did it, and he did really good. And they paid him like $30 a week to come in and do sets and stuff. But it was just like, that's how like a professional heckler can,
like a comedian. Yeah. A heckler is just someone who's too scared to just stand up on stage. Yeah. They should just do that. Get rid of the stage. Right? It's just like a circle. Everybody's facing each other, and you're just cracking jokes. And like one guy will start it off, and it's like, yo, like, dude, what the fuck's with that haircut? And then like, blah. Like, no fighting. Just
and not like have like a stand-up, or have a stand-up comic, and then have everybody just burn him.
No. I'm saying like no stage. Like, make a circular room. Not an auditorium that all the chairs face each other.
Okay.
And that way, it's just you guys.
People are just roasting each other in the crowd, like
mic up, and then like mic the room up, and then you just get to, and you'll control them by using like a spotlight or something, and you use the spotlight to like whoever wants to talk and whoever wants to talk shit, and it's just you just talking about bullshit.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Just talking about, it's a podcast, but with more people.
Not even that, like that would be a good show.
Yeah.
Like they just did the historical roast.
Netflix,
like,
you know where I live. I'm subscribed. You know where I live. Yeah. I'm subscribed.
You can go into God mode and get my shit.
Oh yeah, that scene in Black Mirror. It's like, oh, you know what I love about my job is once every so often I get to use God mode. I'm like, relax. We know you know our social security and our goddamn addresses. That was we're fucking like, relax.
Definitely a slam to Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah. No. it's like, and then like was the thing is like, well, you gave me the information. Nobody told you to, you know.
So we're talking about Black Mirror. The new season of Black Mirror just came out, which is only 3 episodes, which I was kind of disappointed. But
the Viper one.
Yeah, striking Vipers. Oh, so good.
That was
really good.
I remember I was like, oh wow, I did not expect it going this way.
Yeah. Because Owen, I watched it with Owen, and he was like, this one's crazy. He was like, this one's crazy, and I was like, how crazy can it really be? And it gets pretty crazy. It turns out it's pretty real.
It's weird, because when the thing that happens, you're like, are they gonna?
Yeah, I was looking at it, I was like, is that?
Well, because like they hesitated.
Yeah.
That one scene.
And then it. I was like, oh boy.
Because you had it in the back of your head. You're like, well, it's not about a fighting game anymore.
Especially when they're like, he was like, you could sort of tell too when you look back at it, because he's like, you can feel all the sensations you would in real life. And it was kind of like,
and here's the problem. How have like?
So we'll just spoil it, because it's Black Mirror. We're not talking about Game of Thrones or Avengers.
Yeah, basically, they start fucking virtually.
It's a VR fighting game, and yeah, they start. It's 2 guys playing it,
They start fucking. One guy's a girl character
in the game, yeah,
and then the other guy's playing a guy character.
And the girl was Mantis from Guardians.
She looked familiar.
Yeah.
Here's my problem. Like, you know, like the internet is like 80% porn or something like that.
Mm.
How are they discovering this now? Like, how in a fighting game that's meant for fighting, the developers are like,
let's just leave everything in.
Well, yeah. Well, let's leave everything in, like at full sensation. Okay, fine. But like, you telling me no one played the game and was like, yeah, I'm more interested in fucking.
Well, this was the first version. That's why. That was the first VR version, because I think it was technically supposed to be taking place in 2019.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a future episode.
No. Yeah, it was like 5 years ahead. Oh, maybe. Yeah, it was in the future. Like, remember they're at the club and they were roommates.
Oh yeah.
And then they jump ahead. Which, whatever, it's fine. I just think that as a developer,
that would have been your first thought.
Yeah, I think we know why the guy made this game.
Yeah.
Like we know why the developers made this game, and they just marketed it as a fighting game.
Yeah.
They had their inner society.
Inner sex society.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, then that was the first episode, and that had Anthony Mackie, who plays Falcon, who's most known for playing Falcon in the Marvel movies.
Can we spoil it? What else?
What?
He's not Falcon anymore.
Oh yeah. We were going to talk about that in the now he's Captain America.
So he's gonna fly and have a shield. That's actually
Flying
pretty cool.
shield.
Flying shield.
And then I forget the other guy's name, but he's been a bunch of stuff too. And then second episode was, it was good. I liked it, but
it was too.
It wasn't.
It was in the present.
It wasn't Black Mirror.
Yeah, and it was just using the technology we have now, which I always thought Black Mirror was about futuristic stuff that could happen to us, and now it's like the Twilight Zone of it, you know. But it's still a good episode.
Yeah.
I don't like how it ended in a way where you don't really know
what happens. Yeah.
But because that wasn't the point of it, you know. I'll tell you one thing though. That man was dedicated.
Yeah.
This man took an intern and was able to get
the head guy. Yeah.
From an intern. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Man was dedicated.
Yeah. He had a plan. Well, he had a plan. It fucked up. He improvised.
Was it improvise, adapt, overcome, or something like that? It's the same.
Yeah.
Just cut that out.
And then the third episode was basically the life of Miley Cyrus told in a future way.
Shitting on Disney, but legally.
Yeah, honestly, if you think about it, because so it's basically she's like a pop star. It's Miley Cyrus playing this pop star, and her aunt is like her manager, and she's very controlling. And they come out with this like AI doll that's basically her her like consciousness in like a doll. And they sell it, and like you can talk with it, and it gives you advice and all that, you know, bullshit. And this girl is like obsessed with her, and yada yada yada. And then it turns out that the aunt fucks Miley Cyrus over, and she goes into a coma, and they start, doing all this stuff. And then the little doll things have, like, a lock on their memory or something like that.
It's a whole copy of her brain.
Yeah.
And they only give access to the machine, the part of her brain that makes her the Disney princess.
Yeah.
The Disney star.
And they somehow unlock it, like the kid and her sister unlock it, and it ends up being it's her, like it's her consciousness.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
But cool. I'd keep her around. I'd keep that robot. If someone did that to me, like, yo, little man, what you think?
Yeah. What's your opinion on this? But at the end, she and the Miley Cyrus's character was in like a coma, and then she wakes up,
and they're taking music out of her.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell me so they were taking the songs that she was dreaming up. She couldn't she knew she was in a coma, right? Or something like that. I don't know if they talk about she knows she's in a coma.
I think she did because the aunt said something and the machine beeped. She's like, "Oh, shut up."
Yeah. So why didn't she just make all her songs "Get me the fuck out, get me the fuck out"?
Well, they did. Remember the one they made it? She made it like that. And they're like, "Bring the pitch down." And she said "nicify the lyrics," and the guy hit a button and all the lyrics changed to nice.
That's true, actually. That's true.
I'm
gonna start using that word. I like that word.
Nicify?
Nicify.
I don't like that. Nicify that?
It's Leviosa.
You're at Wawa getting a sandwich and you're like, put more pickles on there. Nicify that.
I'm gonna need you to nicify your attitude. All right, new word. I like that. We're gonna make our viewers dumber by making new words to use in your everyday life. Nicify. Hey, your attitude's nicify lately.
You've been nicify.
How do you nicify someone? Let's see. To nicify. How you nicify someone? You I don't know. It's the opposite. What's the opposite of kicking someone's ass?
I don't know. You give them $20. Yeah, you're niceified.
It's like a buff. Yeah. Give us the opposite of kicking. That's the first thing you thought of. Opposite of whooping someone's ass.
Give them $20.
$20. We finally put a price on an ass whooping.
All right.
Imagine you're about to get jumped.
You're like, wait, $20.
And the guys are like, hey, that's worth it. Hey,
all right.
All right, I'll take it. Oh, shit.
Whoa, okay, $20. Are we good? $20 for each of you? Or what are we doing?
It's an ass whooping. Yeah, I don't know. Nicify something. Just...
So I wanted to talk about this as well. So 2 weekends ago, I was in Atlantic City with my brother, and we were walking around the casinos, and I'm pretty sure we've talked about this before, but never on the podcast, is in casinos they have smoking and non-smoking sections, but they're literally right next to each other.
You smell cigarettes everywhere.
Why have them? You know what I mean?
Just because you smell cigarettes doesn't mean nobody's blowing. You don't because
I understand you're gonna be blowing smoke. If you're sitting next to someone, it could be in your face. But still, most people don't like the smoking sections because it smells like smoke. Yeah. But it smells like smoke everywhere.
No, yeah, I agree, but I feel like it's like a board. In Vegas, it's if you're right on the border, yeah, you're gonna smell the smoke, and then you just go to the machines on the other side of the building.
I don't know. It didn't bother me. It was just I was just literally walking around why the hell do they even have these? Just make it all smoking. It would just
yeah, they should just. You're already gambling.
Yeah.
What you don't want to have
gambling,
a bad habit.
You're gambling. You're drinking. You're gonna drink for free.
Gambling.
Oh, smoking's too bad for you.
That's where I draw the line. That's dangerous. That could ruin your life.
Yeah. That's the worst of them all.
Yeah.
And it just didn't make sense to me. I was like, you're already in the area of smoke, and it's not that people are sitting there blowing it blowing it in your face.
No. But I have this thing where I want people to go back to smoking. I am this whole vape stuff. Man, just I went to Europe and I went to I'm not better than you, but
Yeah.
no. So when I was over there, I told Lucia, I said the next time we're going, I'm gonna buy a pack of cigarettes. There's no point. There's no point for me to not smoke.
Yeah,
when I was in France, I was like, yeah, we should just buy a pack of smokes.
Smoke
and
it up.
just start smoking everywhere we go. I was like, I'd rather just do it myself than breathe it in from someone else's lungs.
Yeah.
Like
it was secondhand smoking. You can just smoke yourself.
Like you could just. That's like I don't know where's Camelback. I don't know where their marketing team is, but they need to get on that. Why secondhand smoke when you can just smoke yourself?
That's what the doctor said in the '60s. Like you're pregnant, you're just smelling.
Oh, you have some pains? Just smoke.
Just smoke it.
Have a cigarette.
But no, and another thing we saw so we got to the Borgata in AC at 6 a.m. that Friday because Owen wanted to see it was like a sports radio show that they do live from the Borgata. So Owen wanted to go see that. And before we got there and we were walking around a little bit, and there was a lady posted up it was about 6:30 in the morning, money already flowing in the machines, like the slot machines.
Yeah.
2 Coronas. Primed and ready. She's sitting there smoking a cigarette, and the lady looked normal. Like this didn't look like like a casino rat. Like like this lady looked like she's just on vacation. Like, man, 6:30 in the morning, 2 Coronas. Like, bring them.
Damn.
Like one was already had the lime in it. The other one had the lime
like ready
prepped.
to go in.
Like it was like sitting on top. And I was like, this lady is ready to go. Like she's
like, oh, what are you gonna do tonight, Sally? I'm gonna get 2 Coronas.
I'm gonna sit here all day.
Sit my ass on the slot machine and have some cigarettes until I feel good.
Yeah. It was either she was feeling good or she was feeling terrible. It was either one or two options there.
Yeah. Yeah, gambling is that's some serious shit.
Yeah. I always feel bad. I played a couple table games this time, and me and Owen were playing roulette.
Okay.
I don't like table games. Your money just goes so much faster.
And it's like so many like, yo, what are you doing? Hey. And I'm like, oh my, I don't know the rules, man.
And roulette's a little easier just because it's literally you put it on what you want to bet and then just roll it. But like, I like the slot so much better because you can bet 30 cents a roll. On the tables, you have to bet like $5-10 a hand. And I put $10 at one. Like I sat on the table. Owen put up some money. I was like, I got $20. Let me throw $20 up. Put $20 up. Boom, boom. And there goes $20. Like I was like, okay, I'm not doing that again.
Yeah. It's weird. I mean, people spend their money on stupider things. There's always something stupid to spend your money on.
Yeah.
You just buy drugs.
So they're gonna have like drug sections in the casino, like
weed
smoking section.
You think when weed gets legalized everywhere, those like cigarette smokers are gonna be like, we don't want that smell of weed. they need to be separated from the rest of us.
They're gonna have this non-smoking section, the smoking section, and then the weed. The smoke what section?
You smoke? Smoke what? That's how you know you smoke weed. So they're just gonna have this non-smoking, smoking, smoke what?
Smoke what?
And then
but now you're gonna get like people smoking angel dust. Like,
that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna campaign. I swear to you, the second like a scientific study comes out of the dangers of weed, I want to see how many cigarette companies are gonna jump on that shit and make commercials and all that anti-weed.
But they can't. They can't.
No, they can't make commercials promoting
cigarettes.
But they're gonna make
still promoting cigarettes, pretty much. If you're,
it's not. It's saying weed is bad. Don't do weed.
Weed is bad. Weed is tight.
Weed is tight. But guess what's on sale? Camel Blues. I keep saying Camelback. Why have I been saying Camelback this whole time? They're not even called that.
Camel.
I've been saying
Camel.
They're called Camels.
Yeah.
I've been saying Camelback. I don't know why.
There's a place.
That's the water bottle.
Yeah, and there's a water park called Camelback.
Damn. That's that's where the kids go.
They sell water bottles, cigarettes, and water parks. It's like a conglomerate. Like the Camel's a conglomerate.
Yeah. I want to. Yeah. Imagine. This is because the world is filled with like so many pretentious people about what's good for them and what's bad for them, and like so many people willing to judge like, oh, smoking weed delays your growth. Bitch, I just watched you smoke a whole pack of cigarettes. What are you doing giving me advice?
Sometimes you raisin ass skin, like
34, looking like she's 68. I mean,
like that was a perfect example. I mean, sort of. Remember we were at Wawa a while ago, and we were buying food, and I was standing there, and there was a guy standing behind me, and I put up my stuff, and I had my sandwich order, and I had like a candy bar, and the guy goes, "Oh, sugar, that stuff will kill you." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then he comes up and goes, "Let me get a pack of Newports." And I was like, "You're fucking buying cigarettes. That'll kill you even faster." Like,
yeah, I didn't.
I was like, what the hell? Like, he's like, "Oh, sugar, that stuff will kill you. Let me get a pack of Newports." Like,
when we were in Valley Forge, and I was watching Owen do the roulette, right?
Oh, the casino. Yeah.
And we were watching him do the roulette. There was a guy there, and we just came off from doing the slots, and we were talking about it. And I guess he heard us talking about it, so he started saying to this other guy about, yeah, man, that's why I don't do slots, because that just takes your money. Yo, we're gambling just because he was only doing the roulette. That's what he was trying to say. He was trying to say like, oh, I only do the real games, the games where you can actually win. Bro, we're throwing our money away just like how you're doing it. I came here to throw money away. You're doing the exact same thing.
You're just doing it a little faster.
Like, okay, you win more, but you've lost a lot more than you won, or else you wouldn't be here. Yeah. Like, if I won $10 million, I hope, maybe I would be. Maybe I'd be stupid enough to gamble another $1 million.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just weird.
Just people just trying to sound better than they are, and then it's just like, dude, we're both doing the same thing. Like, one thing that was funny though in the casinos was Owen kept on getting carded a lot just because he looks a little younger, and so finally he got carded at one of the tables, and the lady was like, if you go to the security desk, you can get a wristband, and that way if they see that, they won't card you anymore. Like that it shows that you're 21. Like they give you like a wristband. So Owen's like, oh, perfect. I'll go get one. So Owen went and got one, goes up to the next table, sits down, puts his money on the table, and the lady goes, can I see your ID? And he goes, I have one of these. Like she's like, can I still see your ID? And it's like, then what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, what's the point in getting one?
Yeah, casinos are like an odd place because it's like they have their own law, and for some reason they can get away with. I mean, every private establishment can kick you out, but like they're so strict, I guess, because they don't want trouble with the police, whatever. They can mistreat you. They'll be like, yeah, get the fuck out. Yeah. And there's nothing you can do about it. I was like 19, and I was at the casino, and my mom and my aunt were gambling, and my cousin was there, but he wasn't gambling. But we wanted drinks, and I wanted a water. You know, they give you free drinks when you gamble. Yeah. So Lucia was like, my mom was like, oh, can we get a water for him, and can you get me a Corona? And my mom was like, can you wait for the lady right here? I'm going to go check on. So I'm waiting in the middle of the casino floor. And while I'm waiting, actually, I'm not even on the casino floor anymore. You know, like outside the carpet. Yeah. The hardwood floor, marble floor. And there's families. There's people with like strollers. The walkways, the walkway. People with strollers. This is in Florida. And I'm standing there. And it's right by the food buffet. And I'm standing there. And as I post up against the wall, I don't know if I ever tell you this, but as I posted up against the wall, a guy with a cart of money comes by, and it's like me against the wall, the walkway that everybody's passing in front of me, the carpet, right, where the slot machines start, ATM. So he brings the stroll, like, I don't know what that's called, the thing. The cart, yeah. The cart with money to fill up the ATM. So he opens up the ATM, and I'm just like, I was already standing there before the ATM was opened and all that. So he's just filling up the thing with money. And I'm on my phone just texting, waiting for this waitress to come by with our water. And all of a sudden, I see a security guard post up right next to him while he's filling up the money. And she starts staring at me. And I'm like, okay. So I just go back to texting on my phone. And I look at her. She sees me look at her. And I look back. And then she comes up to me. And she goes, can I see your ID? I go, I'm not even on the casino floor, lady. And she goes, I need to see it. So I give her the ID. I'm 19. Yeah. She goes, oh, you're not old enough to be here. Lady, I just saw a stroller and a baby walk by in front of me. If I'm not allowed, what the fuck's this baby doing here? She's like, you're not allowed to be here. He's like, oh, you're too young to be here. I'm not gambling, lady. I'm standing against the wall. But because they just didn't like me standing there. They didn't like me standing in front of a guy putting money in the ATM. Yeah. I was there before he
yeah.
was putting money in the ATM, and they kicked me out. My mom, we all had to leave.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, "Are you like?" I felt so embarrassed because they were kicking me out, and I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And yeah, I got kicked out of a casino just like that. And I don't even know where it was. It was somewhere. It was Miami. I was in Miami.
Yeah.
And
yeah, they're really strict in there. They don't. Yeah.
It's like they didn't.
It's annoying.
And they just made up a rule. Like that was on the fly. The guy told the security lady, "Get him the fuck out of there." Like that's it. Yeah. That's what they told her, and she was like, "Well, I'm gonna have to make something up. You're too young to be, lady. I'm not even on the carpet.
I'm just standing.
I'm by the food court.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't be by the food court. There's a baby in a stroller walking by. What the fuck you mean? I am too young to be here. Like I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And I didn't even gamble. Like I wasn't even breaking the rule.
You were just standing there. Yeah.
Just standing there waiting for some water from the waitress.
Yeah.
And they followed me while I was leaving too. They wouldn't leave me alone. They had to. And I was like, dude, I'm not even by the ATM anymore. Like I walked past that. I walked to my mom, found her and my aunt on the slot machine, and they were like, yeah, he's got to go. He can't be here. I'm like, I'm not doing anything.
You're just hanging out with your parents or your mom.
Ever since then, fuck casinos.
Yeah.
Fuck them. I'm gonna gamble there. I'm gonna win big and take all their money.
Give me that money.
You'll see.
Give me that money. But yeah, we're going up on about an hour here. I think that's
That was my story of how I was humiliated. Shame. I felt like it was before Game of Thrones.
Shame.
Something they spit on my face.
They're just walking you out like everyone's throwing cabbage and tomatoes at you. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah.
Basically, it was just someone on the eye in the sky. They saw me and they just like kick that fucking kid out right now.
We got a 23-19.
Get him the fuck out. And I was there before they started filling up that ATM.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. I felt disrespected. The Jersey Shore, like, oh man, they disrespecting me. They talking about. That's how I felt like.
But all right, well, I think that'll do it for this episode.
Yeah. Some of us got nothing to do later. Busy day.
Lots of things going on. But yeah, that'll wrap it up for this episode. Should have another one up in a little while. But yeah, so keep listening, tuning in, doing that thing.
As long as I'm huffing,
getting that loot.
I'll be fine. I'll get that casino.